Well, let me tell you about the YouTube streets. I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you about me. Come on in and kick up your feet because that's the only place where you can greet before you meet. Well, come on, let's get our troll on because some of these people hit the line before the clothes on. Well, come on, and you will see. Well, look at Mutt Mutt. She's here before me, but they don't know you and they don't know me. So let's chill and let's be discreet because some of this might hit your funny bone and somebody might say, well, what the hell is going on? Well, check out a couple more lives and you will like it. Hit the bell, like, subscribe. Keep on doing it, G, because you a bushwasher just like me. Bushwatching, but now you're watching me. Bushwatching, but now you're watching me. Hey, bushwatching, but now you're watching me. Well, who's the bushwatcher? Mud, Mud, and QST. Bushwatcher, but now you're watching me. Hey, bushwatcher, but now you're watching me. Bushwatcher, but now you're watching me. But who's the bushwatcher? Mud, Mud, and QST.
Hello, hello, hello. This is your girl QST. Y'all, I did not realize today is Wednesday. I hope y'all can hear me because I'm driving. I'm not going to be looking at the phone or the chat. Hey, Bud. Hey, Smoke. I'm driving. So I got my days mixed up. I was sick over the weekend. I was off Monday and Tuesday from work. And today I get to work on day shift. I came in early for a 3-hour meeting. And we didn't talk about nothing. Anyway. And I'm thinking today is like Tuesday or something. I'm like, wait a minute. Married at First Sight decision day is tonight. It's tonight. Hi, Regina. You guys, I'm not looking at the chat because I'm driving. I'm about to get on the freeway, and I want to be safe. So I just wanted to come on real quick. I can't even have the visuals for you guys because I'm on my way home. I'm trying to beat this LA traffic, which I doubt if I beat. So I did a video yesterday on who I think is going to say yes or no. Now, if you're not familiar with the show, then you probably won't be able to follow along. However, this season was kind of womp womp. I've seen way better seasons, but anyway, I'm gonna start off with the first couple I talked about yesterday. So it's Christian and Shaq. Now I don't know where Glib is, but Glib keeps saying Shaq is gay. Shaq is not gay, Glib. Just because he ain't got his pants hanging off his butt, you know what I'm saying? He ain't using the B word every 2 words. That man ain't gay. It's that Texas. It's not Texas. It's that Memphis swang he got. It's that Memphis. I know there's a lot of guys in Memphis. When I'm there, they have those kind of mannerisms. So it's just different from any other state. I think every state is unique. Anyway, I predict that Christian is going to say yes because she played hard to get in the beginning. She wouldn't kiss him at the wedding, at the reception, at the honeymoon. When he left the honeymoon, when they moved into their apartment, it took her like about 2-3 weeks before she even kissed him. Then they kissed and had relations. Now she's all into it, and Shaq is like, wow. He was like, look, you know, she gave up the cookie, and then she was like, you gotta buy me a house, and you gotta buy me this, and you gotta buy me that. He looked at her like, what? So I don't know. She said he was emasculine, like she was indirectly putting him down. She didn't like it because he had a bald head. He's a good looking man. I mean, well educated, got a very good job. He mentored young boys. And this girl, I don't know what type of guy she likes, but it's not Shaq. You can send Shaq to California, honey. Send him on to Cali. QST will take care of it. Uh-oh. Okay. So I'm going to predict Kristen is going to say yes. I think she's a little bit too little too late. And I'm going to predict that Shaq says no. I think Shaq is like, I'm over this. I'm done with this. I think Shaq needs a lady that really is like really into him. Like she's not into him like he wants her to be. Like she doesn't ask about his job. Like he's really prideful of what he do and his job. And he had a work trip and she didn't go. The second work trip she was supposed to go, she didn't go. You know, he wanted to meet her family. She won't let him meet her family. So he was like, he ain't really feeling on her. You know, Shaq is a little selfish in that department. Dude, she can't be all. She got her own career. You know, you cute and all that, but you know. But anyway, I think Shaq is going to say, heck no. I think she's going to say yes. But I think it's a little bit too little, too late. She can get that one up. Okay, let's move to the next couple. They're my number three. My number two pick is, now this couple was never part of my top three. Only reason I'm letting this couple be my top three, my second top pick, is because Aries has grown on me. He makes me sick. I want to choke him out, but he's still been a gentleman because he asked the experts for, hey bums. He asked the experts for a beauty queen. He wanted a black queen, and they literally gave him a black beauty queen, and he doesn't like her. I don't think they've kissed either. They haven't kissed. Of course, they haven't had sex. This is 8 weeks. 8 weeks is up today. And she is like really trying, like, and all he do is ask her, "What's your favorite sexual position? How many times have you had sex? And have you ever had a threesome?" Just stupid questions, right? So, you know, Jasmine is fed up. You know, she was crying. She's at her breaking point. You know, she said she just started feeling good about herself. She's a beauty queen, and I think maybe I mean, beauty ain't everything, but Aries is not feeling her at all. And they had a retreat, a couples retreat, and he went. Of course, he couldn't stay. He had to leave and go to work. So he leaves to go to work, and then he went back to the apartment, and then he was like, "Wait a minute, I miss Jasmine." So he went back and told her, "I missed you," and she was so happy. She was smiling, and then he right back to it. "Oh well, I just don't feel no spark. There's no attraction there." And I'm like, people saying, it's probably her teeth. It's probably her little imperfections. We all got imperfections. I don't think she's an ugly girl, but I'm not a man. I don't know what men look for. So I predict that Aries is going to say no, and Jasmine is going to say hell no, because Jasmine is fed up. And I commend her for going through with the process and not giving up. And I commend Aries because Aries have changed. He has changed a lot. His little childish ways, all the sexual questions and stuff, he's getting kind of watered down. Now, Buzz, I know you watched the show. I can't watch the chat. But put in the chat what you think about Aries. He has grown on me. He has a little charisma. His cheekbones is too high for me, but hey, it is what it is. So, okay, now my number one pick. No, I got two number twos. My next number two is Chris and the goofy girl. I can't even think of her name. Chris, and I just wrote her name down too. Anyway, Chris is a very, very nice guy. I mean, he's quiet. He's laid back. He doesn't do it a lot. And the girl, the wife, she's a talking Tina. She talks too much. But then, at the beginning on the honeymoon, and he was like, "Tell me something about you." "Oh, my boyfriend used to burn me with cigarettes. My boyfriend told me that I'm not good enough. My boyfriend wouldn't do this. My boyfriend wouldn't do that." Okay, 2 weeks later. "Okay, well, tell me something about yourself." "Well, I'm really a effed up person. Men treat me bad. I overthink everything." Okay, now we 6 weeks in. "Okay, tell me something about yourself." "Well, in school I was bullied." I'm like, "Well, damn, you ain't got nothing good to say? Like, dude, you gotta say something. A man don't want to hear all this negativity." And she's not an ugly girl. She talks a lot. She makes valid points, but she talks too much. But when she talks about herself, she's a Debbie Downer. She downs herself 100% every time. She even said one time, "I'm really effed up," and the experts had to tell her, "Don't set it up yourself." So she says she's really competitive. So they went to did the what do you call it, a little golfing thing, puffing golf or whatever. And she didn't. She hit the ball and then it go in the hole, and she started acting crazy. And I'm like, okay, so these two, they're lovey-dovey. They didn't have sex. They kissed a million times on the wedding day. They were all. She was all in. She didn't have sex with him. She's planning their future and all that. He's so nice and laid back. Like he had to step up because she had the man dressing in flamingos and putting shit on his head and coming out looking like a chicken, and he was doing it. And I'm like, oh my god. So she said, well, we got to have a safe word. If I'm not happy, I'm going to say a word and you know I'm not happy. He was like, no, we're not doing that. I was like, good, Chris. You got to stand up to this girl. Tell her. You can't let her run you over. So everybody think, oh, they're going to be together forever, blah, blah, blah. I watch body language. I look into Chris' eyes as close as I can get to my damn TV, right? Chris is going to say no, and she's going to say yes. I think she's going to say yes. Well, she might say no. She's so damn crazy. But she love him. And they already told each other they love each other within 8 weeks. They didn't kiss, have sex, said they love each other. But he won't plan for the future. He won't say where they're going to live with, how they're going to live after the taping. So she's kind of like, okay, well, if you want to get a place for me, we're not going to stay together. Well, you don't like me. You don't want me. And here she goes, the Debbie Downer. I'm like, oh, God, this girl here. So I think Chris is going to say no. I think she's going to say yes. That's going to be the upset of the season. It's going to be the upset of the season. Now, there's 5 couples. I'm only going to talk about 4 because one of the couples, Dominique and Mackenzie, Dominique was like, after the honeymoon, she was like, I want a divorce. Like, she was out. Now, they put a 25-year-old girl with a 30-some-year-old man who really didn't have no roots in Tennessee. He didn't have a job, but that don't mean he was broke. And he wasn't an outdoors person. And they just didn't mix. Like, she didn't like him. So she's like, she's a little young 25-year-old girl. She still want to drink and go to the parties and probably get topless and jump in the pool. That's the kind of shit she want to do. This boy, he wasn't into that. But he kind of liked her. And she was black and he was white. That has nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. But there were two. They just, I would have never put them two together, ever. Okay, so let's go to my top pick, y'all. I can't see the chat. I'm just driving. Okay, my top pick, this is going to be a shocker. Clint and Gina. Now, they were my least favorite couple. I still don't like them as a couple. But I'm going to give Clint props because Clint came in looking like Chuck Norris. He got a haircut and turned around. He looked like Mel Gibson. I'm like, damn. But Clint got so much backlash, and people was coming at him because at the honeymoon, Gina kept telling him, "Oh, you look gingery, and you got red hair, and oh, you're just so gingery." And I was like, "Dude, what is gingery? Like, why you keep saying that?" So, of course, we don't see everything that happens, right? But she had constantly told him that he is not her type. She doesn't like a gingery, redhead, freckle-faced man. So when he in return said, well, the women I date is more athletic, and oh my God, when he said that, shit hit the fan. Everybody was mad. Oh, you body shaming us, and blah, blah. I mean, he's sitting around 4, 5 healthy women. The only person that's real skinny is the beauty queen. All the rest of them is kind of sick. So they gave Clint. Now this is at the beginning of the season, right? So I was even feeling some type of way because you don't never see the background stuff, right, until they talk about it on the little after show. So I was like, well, she kept on coming at him saying what she liked. She don't like gingery. She don't like a redhead. He got freckles and blah blah this, and his jokes is inappropriate and blah blah. She was putting them down the whole time. So he said, well, he didn't like. So they moved after the honeymoon. She didn't want to move in with him, but the experts talked her into it. Right? They can't have 2 couples to quit after the honeymoon. So she moves in with Clint, and Clint falls in love with her dog. Like Clint was like, man, she can go. I'd rather, stay married to the dog. not in a weird kind of way. He loves the dog. So, Gina is something else. Like Clint is really, he's like one of those guys that's the life of the party. Like he drinks, he has fun. And she said, oh, he's really inappropriate. No, she said his humor is like secondhand embarrassment. That's what she said. We don't see everything that goes on, but he's just having a good time. And she said, oh, he just makes me laugh all the time. Girl, if you can get a man that can make you laugh instead of making you cry, Lord have mercy. I just don't get it, but she don't like him. But what she did, I didn't like. There's nothing on reason I don't like Gina. They had a meeting with the experts, and Gina said all this stuff. Oh, well, he's immature. His humor is not good, and blah blah blah. And he's sitting there looking like, you just blindsided me. Like we on week 7. We on week 7, and now you throwing all this stuff out here. Like, why are you doing this? Oh, she just don't like him. There's no attraction, and she's not in it. And then she downed the man through the whole series. Do you know what she said? Well, he doesn't make me feel like a wife. He doesn't want. And he was like, what? You just. I'm sitting here. Well, I cook for you. Well, I don't think that's you cooking for me because you like to cook. But you never said I'm cooking for Gina. I'm like, dude, how do you? These people. I think Gina got on the show to promote her salon. She's a new salon owner. Gina, girl, you crazy. Clint might not be her type, and I get that. But you ain't got to keep putting the man down. You know what I'm saying? Clint is the type of person, if I wonder, because he owns his own little sailboats or whatever, he takes people out. Man, Clint would be a good guy to go out and just chill with and have fun. And he will be a lot of fun. Now, so I think they both gonna say no. They both gonna say no. But I have grown to like Clint, and I really think after this show he's gonna find somebody. Gina is too bougie. She too, you get on Married at First Sight. You're not gonna get everything you ask for, and sometimes you have to overlook the physical. Sometimes that's what the show is all about. You can't just go and say, oh, I want Denzel Washington, and then you get Flavor Flav. You be like, damn. But then Flavor Flav might be your flavor. You might really like Flavor Flav. So, I don't know. That might be a bad analogy, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, so let me get to this last couple. Now, Dominique and Mackenzie, I told you guys Dominique quit, right? Now, there's a leak scene, and I'm gonna post it on my community wall when I get home, because I waited the whole season to see this scene and they never showed it. So me, I'm really observant. So I went back and watched a couple of the episodes right after the honeymoon. Right, Dominique left. She quit. She wanted divorce. She wanted to divorce McKinley. She's like, I'm done. I'm out of here. Blah 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 blah. So then the ladies were talking. It was like, well, at the honeymoon, at the last day of the honeymoon, they had like a party, like a luau or something. They was in the Bahamas. They had like some kind of party, and Dominique grabbed Mackenzie and she left really fast. And I'm like, so what happened at that party to where? Okay, so first of all, at her bachelor party, she got the stripper's number. Okay, you finna get married tomorrow. The guy is stripping. Either he gives you his number or you ask for it. It doesn't matter. You took the number. That's the first strike. Second strike, something happened at that party. Nobody knows what, right? So there's a leaked scene of Dominique and Clint kissing. And they're in a party-type atmosphere. Well, the season is over. So when did they kiss? So another thing I noticed, Dominique is not the first person to drop out of the show and say I quit, right? But I noticed they pretty much wrote her out. Like McKinley then came back a few times. They trying to include him. He's probably gonna be at the reunion. She might be there too. But let me tell you something. I think she kissed him on a honeymoon, and they really look down on that because now you're married. Now you might have took the number before you got married, which is something to side eye you about too. But when you were married, you kissed another married man on the show. They completely tried to erase Dominique out. I think she kissed him at the honeymoon. I bet you, because see, they have these couples. It's not an excuse, but they have these couples go. They get filthy drunk, toe up drunk, and things happen. No excuse for it. Don't blame it on the liquor, on alcohol. But hey, I want to know, when did she kiss Clint? And are they going to date? She's 25. He's, what, 39? It's a big age difference, but hey, they pretty much match up. I don't know. Anyway, y'all, I'm just running my mouth. I done gave y'all a whole spiel of the show. I gave y'all a whole spiel of the show, and I can't wait tonight to get home and see who's going to say yes and who's going to say no. And they better show them all tonight. Shoot. But yeah, me and my boss, we wrote down at work who's going to say yes or no, and we photocopied it, so we're going to compare our answers tomorrow. And we did the total opposite. But so tonight, I can't see nothing you write, Bums, but I'll go back and read it. But I'm excited tonight. Okay, so Bums, if you're still in there, who you think gonna say? You think Shaq gonna say yes or no, or Christian gonna say yes or no? Which one you think? Or anybody who watched the show? I can't really watch this chat, y'all, because I'm driving. I think Shaq is gonna say no. Christian talk like her lips hurt and they hard, and she talk like her lips could be wet. I don't know. That girl's weird. I like Christian though, but they was my number one pick. They went all the way down to number 3 because they just got on my nerves. Girl, Shaq ain't gonna say yeah to her. You think? Okay, so you think they both gonna say yes? Okay, so what about Nicole? That's her name. Nicole and Chris, the girl who talks a lot. They get on my doggone nerves. Actually, I kind of like her, but she's just too much of a Debbie Downer. Like, I can't be around a black cloud like that because then it'll start sucking my energy out. So who you think gonna say yes or no with the lovey-dovey? That's Chris and what's her name? Nicole. I think Chris is gonna say no. It's gonna shock everybody. My boss said he think Nicole is gonna say no, and I can see her self-sabotaging herself. I can see that. Chris and Nicole are going to say, girl, I don't think so. Okay, Aries and Jasmine and Clint and Nicole. Clint and what's her name? Gina. You could just say what you gonna think they gonna say, because we all know that's gonna be no, no, and no, and no. You know they both. That four couples, not four couples. Those two couples, the 4 people, they all gonna say no. And if anybody says yes, that's gonna be like a shocker. It's gonna be Aries, whatever his name is, Aries. Aries is probably gonna say yes, because I think. Okay, so he said all his relationships was always based on sex. He has not touched this girl. He has not kissed her. They ain't had sex. And he's starting to have feelings for her. He was like, when he was sick, she took care of him. She takes care of him, make sure his clothes is right. She cooks for him. She's a go-getter. She has her own business. She's a beauty queen. He really likes everything about her. So if anybody is going to be the shocker, I think he is going to say yes. Chris and Nicole. I don't think Chris and Nicole gonna say yes. But yeah, Aries. I don't know. He kind of grew on me. At first, he was they was calling him orgy. That's all he talked about was sex. And this girl, she's like a little innocent. I think she is like a little innocent church going girl. She wasn't trying to hear all that. And then what kind of, this kind of made me mad too, Bum. I think Aries and Jasmine will say yes, but Aries wanted. Aries is going to have at the end. He's going to have a what? I don't think if Jasmine say yes, I feel sorry for her because everything that he's putting her through, and he has gotten better at the end. But how many times you gonna hear I'm not attracted to you? There's no spark. I don't like you. There's nothing there. Oh, but you're a nice person. Oh, you need to speak up more. But there's no attraction. If she wants that abuse, I mean, it's not abuse, but to me, I don't want to hear nobody tell me all that. If you can't tell me nothing good, it's gonna make me have butterflies, and you can just hit the road, Jack. Now, this is what made me mad with the show. Aries always talked about sex. Jasmine was not on that level, on that page. And what they do, well, I know pole dancing is popular, right? They had the girl go to pole dancing, her and Nicole, no, her and Gina. Gina looked like a damn pole. No, Gina can sit down somewhere. But they had her do she had her little whatever on, and here come Aries, and it was dollars. Like, dude, you asked for a black queen. You got a black queen, but you want to see somebody on a damn pole. Like, I don't think the show should have put her on a pole. I just don't think they should have put her on a pole because that's all he talked about. They should have they should have hooked him up with a damn exotic dancer or I ain't gonna say prostitute. Because a lot of my friends are dancers and they're not prostitutes, so I'll take that back. But they could have put him with somebody else. So I didn't like that. That's the only part that was a downer for me. Like, okay, all he could think about is sex, and you got a beautiful black intelligent lady sitting here, and y'all gonna put her on a damn pole. Yeah, I know pole dancing is it's popular, but the circumstances are different. That's all this dude wants, and he still didn't go home and well, I don't think they did nothing. I don't know. They didn't really say. It would be a shocker if they went home and had sex. I don't think they did. I think he would say, "Oh, it was good to see her in light, but there's no spark. I don't like her. I don't feel attracted to her." I'm like, dude, yeah, they shouldn't have put that girl on no doggone pole for that dude. That's just telling you, oh, if a man don't like you, go ahead and take your clothes off and bounce your ass. Forget about the degrees and the girls you mentor and your jobs and giving back to the community. Forget all that. Just get on the pole and bounce. That's the only thing I didn't like. I'm like, are you serious? Like, really? But anyway, y'all, you know what, Glib Talk? You missed the whole show because I already drugged you about saying Shaq is not gay. Now, Aries with them high cheekbones, I don't know what that dude is. I don't think I don't know what he is. Oh, wait a minute. Which one had the friends and all their friends was gay and it was all dressed alike? I think it was Aries, right? Please don't say it was Shaq. Was it Shaq? Bums and Glib. Which one, when they had the friends over, they friends were all dressed alike and I think it's Aries friends. Yeah, Aries friends is kinda and that you can have gay friends, that don't mean you gay. No, it wasn't. Shaq, all his friends look like the Incredible Hulk. They just wasn't green. Shaq is not gay. You gotta look at Shaq's mentality. He had a very you know what, I'm not gonna prove nothing to Glib Talk. Glib don't know what he's talking about. Oh no, it wasn't Shaq. Oh my God, it was not Shaq. Let me think. No, okay, because at the weddings, at that bachelor party, it was Aries had all them gay guys up in there. It was Aries, and then at the house when they came over, it might have been those two guys was dressed alike. Maybe they were twins. I don't know. They were they were dressed alike. They might have been Shaq friends. I don't remember, but I know for sure Aries. Okay, hold on. You want to talk crap? I got you talking crap. traffic. Get on up here, Glib. You know what? You got one more time to say he is gay. He is straight like 12:30 in my Anaya's voice. He's straight like 12:30. Mm-hmm. Nick Glib talking about he's straight like a U-turn. I'm like, that's cold blooded. Hit the link, Glib. While the traffic is slowing down. Oh, it feel good working day shift, but I'm ready to go back to my swing. I ain't trying to do no day shift. They want me to come to days too. I'm like, ugh, I'll lose my weekends. I'm not trying to lose my weekends. I'm not. But something to think about. Come on, Glib. Come on, Cletus. Uh-oh.
Hey, can you hear me?
Why you staticky?
Oh, I don't got Wi-Fi at this house over here. That's probably why. Hey, let me drop down. I'll come back up.
Oh, drop down and come back up. Mutt, was he? Who's so gay? Who's so gay? Bums. I mean, not talking about Shaq. Why y'all think Shaq is gay? Oh, okay, if he come back up, I'll just mute up. Bums, you think Shaq is gay? Why would you think that? He is not. Y'all tripping.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Okay. Go ahead and talk.
All right, look, right. Both of those guys
They say
have.
they can hear you fine, but go ahead and talk.
They both have attractive wives, but for whatever reason, those guys have found them not to be favorable. Now that guy Shaq, his woman didn't like him, and she had good reason to, because he's so effeminate. Now they try to put it as to be like such a petty thing as his head is bald, but he's really just an effeminate guy. He just from looking at him, he seems gay. All the guys who he was around seemed like they was all gay too. He's probably gay. Shaq, not Shaq. Aries didn't seem gay in the beginning, but as the show went on, it was like, wait a minute, he got this attractive woman. He's almost 40. He ain't never had no long-term relationship with a woman, and he not attracted to her. Oh, yeah, he probably gay too. All his friends look gay too. Now you start adding it up and say, yeah, he probably gay too. But if you just wanted to be on television,
Wait
I
a
guess you
minute.
get to be on television. Can you hear me? Did you hear anything I said?
I can't hardly hear you, but they can. But listen, who you said never had a relationship with a woman, a long-term relationship?
Aries.
Aries?
Shaq never talked about it. Shaq never talked about a long-term relationship, but Aries said he never had a long-term relationship.
Well, it just because you
He
don't
said
talk about it don't mean it doesn't happen. But yeah, you sound like you're underwater to me, but they can hear you.
but look, he's 40 though. But 40 years old, you never had a long-term relationship. You never had nothing. You just, for 40 years, you just been screwing women and hanging out with your boys. Nah.
Okay, listen, I could believe Aries because he's a playboy. Them players, they don't be selling them down. What do you consider a long term? He probably didn't go over a year.
He
And
said he's a playboy.
Most of these women that he slept with, they probably booty calls. He probably been messing with them for years. They just never committed. So you got to understand what they're saying. Commitment and being with somebody for
I'm
a
a
long
man.
time. Huh? What you say,
Hey,
Glib?
I'm a man. I've been a man my whole life. I understand how guys can run through women. I also understand. I said I'm a man. I've been a man my whole life.
Oh, go ahead.
I can understand how this guy, I can say he was running through women. He wasn't trying to settle down. But I also find it strange that he made it to 40 and he didn't do it one time.
Oh, I can hear you clear now. Okay, I can hear you clear
That
now.
just seems strange to me.
Well, it seems strange if he ain't got no babies floating around.
I mean, listen, they got me.
Men don't like to commit.
I had 26 years of it.
You had 26 years of what? Can y'all hear me or can y'all hear Glib?
Uh,
I'm in a bad area. Oh, okay, I can hear you now. What you say? You got 26 years of what?
oh, I'm walking around. Listen,
Oh, was it you?
I'm sorry, Q.
You sound like a
I,
robot.
I got this house. Mm. Well, see, I didn't have no babies.
Can you get in a good part of the house? Because I can't hear nothing you said, but they can.
I,
Go to a.
I, well, but it was
Let's talk. We can't hear you. God is good. Because I don't want to hear
I
that
was
crazy stuff. Shaq is not gay.
like
They can't hear you, Glib.
26,
Nobody can hear you.
27,
Lord have mercy.
and I was
Hello? Glib. Hello?
huh?
Bombs, can y'all hear me or Glib or neither? Glib, nobody can hear you. Glib, can you hear me? So you telling me because a man haven't had a serious relationship, a long serious relationship, that he could be gay? I don't agree with that because, like I said, guys will mess with the same girl for years and years. They just don't. They have commitment issues. Like, but Aries, it could be. Okay, Aries. I don't. One of them has. Well, it doesn't matter if you have gay friends. I don't mean you gay, but I don't believe Shaq is gay because I just think that's a Tennessee mannerisms that they got. They, out here, California, the men are different. But Glib is talking crazy. First of all, because I just don't agree. I've seen people, even not years. I have dated somebody and broke up, and we probably was off and on for another 3 months, and then I just like cut the cord. Some women go for years. So when he said he hasn't been in a long term serious relationship, you have to define what is long term. Because men think 3 months is long. Men think a year is long. You know, they might think 5 years is long. Like, dude, come on. You have to define the timeline. So I don't know. I didn't hear none of that gibberish that Glib was talking about. I didn't hear none of it. Because he always want to say, "Hey, Shaq is not gay. He is straight at 12:30." I said it in my Anaya's voice. I said it, but I just think he's tired of. And you know what? probably his eyes. If he got those dreamy eyes, you know, like when he look at you, it's like he's really looking at you. Like, I know something about Shaq I like. You know, I like Shaq. If I was 20 years younger and 5 years older than him, hey, we might can go out dancing. I'm just playing, y'all. I ain't that old. Anyway, I'm going to have to get with Glib on another day. Actually, tomorrow, maybe tomorrow morning, I'll come back and do a live and give y'all the yeses and the nos. I can't wait. I'm so glad I had to work day shift today. I can go home and watch my show, y'all. But I'm going to get up out of here. I've been on here almost my whole ride home, listening to Glib's nonsense, okay? Now, one of them they did have a lot of gay friends, but my best friend was gay. That don't mean nothing. You know, I like Shaq. And another reason why they probably trying to say he's gay is because he's not into sports. He wanted to play sports. He had his whole family was in a car accident. The dude was in the hospital for about a year. He couldn't hardly walk. He couldn't play no sports because of his injuries and stuff like that. And that's why he really focused on his career and to help, you know, young boys to overcome their obstacles because he had a lot to overcome. He couldn't play sports, you know. But Glib is looking at long-term relationship. Let me drag Glib right quick, okay? Glib talk. Don't be talking about Shaq, okay? Glib gonna get me. No, but I like everything about Shaq. I like his story, the way he overcame things. Even Aries grew on me. Aries is really a good guy. He just needs to stop being so whorish. You know, men could be good, but they just has a little career. But yeah. But this is another thing Aries did. He had sex within 2 weeks of him getting married, and guess what? The girl he had sex with, no Jasmine. So he had sex with her friend. They have a mutual friend that he slept with. So they never crossed paths. They never been in the same circle. Come on now. So anyway, so he's a very smart guy. He's very intelligent. He has a sense of humor. He just got them high-ass cheekbones. Anyway, y'all, my phone is about to die. I don't know why my charger ain't working. I will come back either tonight. Oh, well, Glib don't want me to do it because he said he didn't want me to spoil it. I'm going to come back live tomorrow in the morning and let y'all know what happened. Who said the yeses and who said the no's. I'm telling y'all, it's going to be an upset. It's going to be an upset. The ones you think is going to say yes, it's going to say no, and vice versa. Yep. Y'all just laughed in the chat. All right, y'all, traffic is picking up. I'm going to get on up out of here. Thank y'all for coming through, supporting your girl. Hey, share me out, like and subscribe. I'm about 10 subscribers away from 400. I'm trying to get up there, y'all. I'm taking it 100 at a time. When I get to that 400, I'm going to shoot for that 500. Help your girl out. All right, y'all have a good one. I'll see you guys in the morning with the yeses and the nos.